What's up? It's Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon and Neptune. Here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. You're watching Market Moonlord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. What a day. I told you all in the last AMC update video that AMC Moonshot was still in play. We had some positive movement to potentially confirm that with what's happening with GameStop. AMC did cross over my Eclipse Launchpad, which is right here at 451. Um, and yeah, it was looking very, very nice. And we have a nice increase of volume, but obviously what GameStop did, and for the ones who've been watching the videos since I started posting again after 2 years, I said, hey, this eclipse is either going to shoot us up or is going to mark the final bottom. And then based on the last run up, it practically did the same thing. So we're playing this pattern. It's funny how, some people are playing fractals and, other cycles. A lot of different strategies can work. I mix the matrix with, or the stars with the matrix, right? And yeah, so I think AMC's moonshot is still in play. If you watch my other video on how to ride the profits to maximum profits with these plays, first we want to buy really near the money, especially on AMC, especially with AMC, because when AMC did this move right here, to 450 to 460 area, whoever had 4.5s, I mean, those options went up, probably like 400, 600% today. So, but if you were holding on to other options, they didn't move as much. So that's why I like to play with AMC near the money. And basically when it ran up, I had like 40 of them. I sold, I think, like 30, and then I brought just 4.5s again, but for December 20th. So now I have a bunch of December 20th calls. For 4.5s, I brought some fives as well. Mainly because I just want to protect the gains we've had the last couple of weeks. There's no point in me taking riskier plays. If I could just, keep steadily making nice little plays, my portfolio is going to look really good by the end of the year. So that's my goal. With AMC, I'm just buying it, further out right now for December 20th. And I'll do the same thing tomorrow if we get some type of continuation with GameStop and I see AMC go past the Moonshot Launchpad. So yeah, I think GameStop's doing exactly what we're looking for. It's still expanding on the VWAPs that I was showing you all. So everything is looking good. If you guys have been looking for those moonshots like I have been, or following the channel, these are off. This should be here 6. That should be there. Yeah, we were calling out for this play last week. Basically I was super prepared for this. The only reason why AMC didn't go up, in my personal opinion, is the manipulation. But today, this week and last week, I basically flipped I went 100% my whole portfolio. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I wasn't going to show you this, but clearly it wants me to show you this because it's 11:11 today. And we can see there, it says 111%. That's very interesting. Up $9,000 in the last week, actually. And that's just for my options off these moonshots. Okay. So they work sometimes. Sometimes they don't, but when they do, it's very nice. So you guys let me know what you think. My first target for AMC is obviously the 450, and then after that, I guess I have a line here at 490 is a good line. I guess that was this full moon right here. But yes, I'm looking forward to the full moon on this Friday. So we're looking for a move 3 days before, 3 days after, or a lead up into that. So far, it looks like we're getting somewhat of a lead up into that. But I also remind people that a lot of times before we get the push up into the full moon, we sometimes see a dip. Okay. Now AMC doesn't always follow the moon phases like it used to. So I don't really have a good example. This is why I haven't been covering it. But we have seen that many times to know. I think GameStop will kind of show a little bit better here. Okay, so it started dipping into that full moon. Yeah, GameStop's interacting with the full moons a little bit differently. But basically, I am looking for some type of dip before we get the rip on the full moon. And I said that in my last video. We either continue going today, potentially tomorrow, but then by Wednesday, I'm looking for a potential dip, or maybe even Thursday. But we'll see how things go. Let me know if you guys want me to kind of update you throughout the week with this play if you guys are following it. Right now, I have calls for Tesla again. I got into some calls on Tesla, some 395s, pretty far out the money, but it's a moonshot, right? And it does look possible. So you guys let me know what you think. And someone did ask me to look at NVIDIA. Give me 1 second. All right, this is NVIDIA. Interesting. Wow. So look what it did on that full moon, this full moon, this full moon. She definitely has interacted with the full moons. So I would definitely look for, yeah, I would like to see some type of increase in volume. I mean, this kind of looks like hmm. I would like to see some type of increase in volume to say there's some type of moonshot, because I don't know. Kind of looks like it could potentially drop on this full moon. It's kind of hard to see. So full moon will come right here. And so right there, it might lead up into that full moon. It might be a trick. Just get a dip, especially with that volume declining. So because that volume's declining, I personally wouldn't feel that confident in a full moon pop at the immediate moment. But if it does start popping, it's going to be pretty nice if it can break that channel. So yeah, if it's breaking, if it ends up, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't really see a full moon play potentially right now based on that. But it is in a very uh, interesting spot. Yeah, I mean, it's right there. Yeah, it's very interesting. So if it does get a pop on that full moon, it could be pretty big. I would like to see it near one of the yellow lines on the full moon. That would be nice. Um, but yeah, there's a potential here. There's a potential, but I'm not seeing a. It's mainly because of the decrease of volume. We want to see an increase of volume coming into the full moon. Okay, so that one's a little tricky. All right. So I'll leave it there for now. You guys let me know what you think. if you guys want me to kind of talk about the overall stars in this chart or in the sky. Let's see here. Okay, so in my personal opinion, okay, one of the main reasons all this is happening is this guy right here. The sun's in Scorpio. We know Scorpio rules sudden changes. We also know the final degree of any sign, the final degree and the first degree are the most powerful degrees. I've been telling you guys this, right? That will be the 29th degree and the 0 degree. And we can see the ruler of Scorpio, which is Pluto, is in the 29th degree of Capricorn, is what we've been looking for a very long time. We've been waiting for that 29th degree and we've been waiting for that 0 degree and the final 29th and final 0 degree of Pluto um, in this area, because it's been going back and forth for the wildest or longest time. But we know when Pluto was over here, we had the first Volkswagen squeeze around the 0 degree of Capricorn, right? We know we had the stock market crash around that time as well. And now it's leaving Capricorn, it's leaving the sign of structure and going into the sign of change, sudden changes of that, explosions into the future. It literally rules explosions because it's all about destroying the old and bringing in the new, sudden explosions into the future. It's a pioneering energy. It's a innovation energy. So we could definitely see tech stocks and AI starting to go crazy with Pluto, the sign of sudden changes, um, coming into the sign of explosions into the future, Aquarius, right? So we've been looking for that, or I've been waiting for that. I've made videos about that, and here we are. Okay, and another interesting thing that I've always been telling you guys about, and I remember when we were live a few times, and um, some people would ask me how long do I see it playing out, and I used to talk about the Pluto being needing to go to 0 degree of Aquarius, especially for AMC. And why did I say that? Because this is AMC's chart. The inner wheel is AMC, okay, and the outer wheel is the stars of the sky. Okay, literally the other day, I think like 2 weeks ago when I made a video, I talked about this Mercury coming into um AMC, and I said that's going to be very bullish, especially since Jupiter is opposite of Mercury. Because a lot of times when things are hitting this Mercury for AMC, we see big things happening. But the big thing that I've been calling out for the longest time, for like years now, is this Pluto being on top of AMC's ascendant. AMC's ascendant is 0 degrees Aquarius, 0 degrees Aquarius, and Pluto's 29 degrees Capricorn. Like, that's a banger, right? Like, come on. Like, seriously, that's crazy. And right there is Venus right there next to it. Okay. So if you guys want me to tell you a little bit more on what that means for the company, um, I've covered a lot of that before, but that was years ago. We could do it again. Um, and I also remember saying years ago, we looked at Adam Aaron's chart, we looked at Ken Griffin's chart, and Gary Glizer's chart, and we're like, nothing looks bad right now, right? And that we're looking like a year into the future and stuff like that, and we're like, wow, and that was kind of weird talking about it, because it's like we're looking for something bad to happen in their chart and that would be good for AMC, but we were like, no, nothing. I was like, nothing. Yeah, I don't see anything too bad about here. But I can say this: both of them had a lot of Scorpio energy, and a lot of people who are in the financial world, bankers and stuff like that, have a lot of Scorpio energy. We're in Scorpio season. Um, so if you guys want me to cover or reinvestigate what's happening in their charts, maybe we can do a reading with them, for them or whatever. I think we might see something interesting 2 years later, right? Especially with Pluto being at the 0 degree of Pluto, or 0 degree of Capricorn. And if you guys just want to talk about, what it just means for everybody, we can, right? 29 degrees of Capricorn is like, what structures have we been building for a long time, for years, since like 2008? What things have we been holding on to that's time to let go, break free of, or change things up? It's really a time for everyone to kind of step into the next phase of, let's try this, let's try that. let's reinvent ourselves. Let's make new structures and new ways of doing things in our own lives. So yeah, I could go on about you know what we should do to kind of like maximize our results from Pluto going into Aquarius, as there's a bunch, especially in that 0 degree. But please know this is a time where if there's new opportunities coming up, take them. There's Don't be afraid to take risk. Don't be afraid just to be unique. It's a very unique energy. Aquarius is about your own originality. So yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, if you guys like this type of content and want me to do more, just please let me know, or we'll just keep it at the moon phases. But until next time, I'm Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon and Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. You're watching Market Moonlord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. Until next time, peace.